Okay, good morning everyone. So since I have already gave you the lesson on the Hamnus website earlier on, this is an explanation with regards to our examples in the graphical method. So ang given natin is f of x is equal to x squared minus 3. So that is our problem. So we just did step 1. Because step 1 was actually to determine the problem. And our problem was f of x is equal to x squared minus 3. Minus 3. Number 2. According to the instruction, sabi niya dito, choose a range of x values. A range of x values to plot the graph. So what we mean by that is that kasi function siya, there should be a specific value of x. For in this case, ang gagamitin natin is negative 5 to 5 with increments of 1. What do we mean by that? So mag-start tayo sa negative 5 and then plus 1, magiging negative 4, magiging negative 3, magiging negative 2, negative 2, magiging negative 1, magiging 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yan ang increment of 1 natin because nagdagdag tayo ng 1 at each instance of x. Okay? So, yan yung value ng x natin. So, i-graph na natin siya. Yan ang value ng x natin. And then, the step 3 is to plug each x value into the equation to find the corresponding y value. So, ipla-plug na natin siya. Kasi wala pa tayong value ng f of x or our y. Yan. Okay, so, since our equation is f of x is equal to x squared minus 3, ipla-plug na natin muna yung negative 5. So, f negative 5 is equal to negative 5 squared minus 3 is equal to negative 5 squared is 25 minus 3, that would be 22. Then the next, we also have negative 4. So, ilagay na natin yung 22 dito. We have f of negative 4 is equal to negative 4 squared minus 3 is equal to, the answer is 13. Okay. So, yun yung magiging process natin dito. So, since we already know the process, ipa-plug in na lang natin yung ibang value. For example, we have negative 3, we have f of negative 3, negative 2, negative 1. So, ang magiging sagot niya is 6, 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 2, 1, 6, 13, and 22. So, ang roots natin is basically when the y is equal to 0. So, yung f of x natin, pag naging 0 siya, yun yung magiging root natin. But in this case, wala siyang 0. So, ang gagawin natin is i-graph natin siya so that we will be able to determine kung saan ba magiging 0 yung f of x natin. Okay? For our step number 3, my apologies, dito pala yung step number 3 natin. Ito yung step number na in which to plug in the values of x. And number 3, plug the values of x and find the corresponding y value. Okay, for number 4, plot each point xy on the graph. So, plot each point xy on the graph. So what this means is that we need also to create a graph. So ganito siya, hirap mag-drawing. Ayan. So this is your, what is this plane? This is a Cartesian plane. This is our basis for our graph. So, lagyan na din natin ng number. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Yun yung x natin. While on our y, aabot kasi siya ng 22. That is why we are going to need to expand it more. For example, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, or palitan na lang natin, gawin natin 5, 10, 15, 20. This one, negative 5, negative 10, negative 15, negative 20. Okay? Step 5. Connect the points with a smooth curve. Oh, hindi pa pala tayo nag-points. Okay, so we have negative 5 and 22. Negative 5 and 22. So, more likely nandito siya. Another, we have 13. So, nandito siya. We have 6. Dito siya. We have 1. Dito siya. We have negative 2. And then we have 3. And then we have negative 2 again. We have 1. We have 6. We have 13. And we have 22. So, for this step 4, we need to plot, or we need to plot each point in a smooth curve. So, magiging ganito ang itsura. Let's use a different color. Let's try blue, or violet, or yellow na lang. Ganitong magiging itsura nung graph natin. Okay? What do you call this one? I think this one is called a parabola. Okay. Now, number 5. That is the number 5 na pala. Connect the points with a smooth curve.
And prosperity that all joyful hearts.
Okay. So for step 6, okay, for step 6, we have identified the x-intercepts of the graph. Identify the x-intercepts. Ayan. So, in this case, the x-intercepts would be this one and this one. Okay. Lagyan natin ng red. Let's put red here. So, this is basically the root of the equation already. Okay? So, this is the root. Or in this case, roots of the equation. Okay? And then for step 7, we have check the solution by plugging the x values of the x-intercept into the original equation. Check by plugging. Okay? But we are not going to do that anymore, because we can already identify the roots based on our drawing. So, dahil medyo inaccurate yung drawing natin, there will be an error. Okay, from the graph already, we can see kung nasaan ba yung roots natin. If our roots are... Oh, pero of course, we have... What do you call this one? we have an error with regards to nasaan ba talaga yun because of the inaccuracy of our drawing. Remember that if our drawing is much bigger and much accurate, then the more accurate your approximation is going to be. Okay, remember that numerical method is an approximation, while graphical method is an effective way in order to determine the approximate roots, no? But depending on the values, of course, there are certain limitations. But in this case, we already know that the roots of our equation would be between -2 and -1, as well as between 1 and 2. Okay, so kung anong values yan, hindi natin alam because our drawing is a little bit inaccurate. But we know for sure that it is between -2 and -1, as well as 1 and -2. Okay, so that is all for the graphical method. So basically, ang summary nito is i-graph nyo lang po siya, and based dun sa makikita nyong pag-i-interceptan noong roots or noong smooth curve doon sa y-axis na or x-axis, yun na po yung magiging roots natin, because roots is when our f of x will be equal to 0. Okay, that is the definition of our root. Okay, so that is all for this graphical method. I hope you understand it, and good day.